Okay, so as we have seen in our earlier part where I described about pricing such as ocean pricing, inland, port and local pricing. Now all of these modules have certain drop downs which are filled in using the master module. Now the master module here gives you various sub-modules which allows you to add in vendors, customer, charge heads, containers, currency, branch and location. So let's see how do we add a vendor in our master. Now this screen represents all the different types of vendors available for use. Now a vendor could be any party which the organization is dealing with. So as you can see here, I'll click on any vendor such as this. So I click on the edit option and it allows me to edit the information of that vendor. Make sure that you select the right information, the right details and addresses of that vendor. So we go back to our index screen. For viewing the vendor, we click on the view button here. Now this part gives you more information of the vendor detail. You can add multiple contacts for a particular vendor. For example, I click on add new contact and I can add in the different contact points for that vendor. The next screen in the master module is customer. So all the customers that the organization deals with is added here. So as you can see, there are multiple customers shown and you can even search a particular customer through the search bar. So we type in a customer and it pops up here. We'll click on edit and it allows us to edit the customer. Similarly, we have charge head, which allows us to add the multiple charge heads which we will be using throughout our operation screens. So these charge heads would be used in multiple screens through import and export and even bookings. So we'll select one charge head here, which is port account charges. So I click on edit and as you can see, the first drop down, which is category type, gives you an idea about where the charge head would be used. Will it be used on import, export, or if it is in freight, or as a miscellaneous charge head? You add the charge head name. Then you select the part. So if you have referred my earlier video, which I described about pricing, there I have added charge heads. Now charge heads are filtered through these parameters, which is the categories and part. And the main category is where the charge heads would be displayed. So if a charge head is created for ocean, it will show up in the ocean module, which is here. And if a charge head is for an inland, it will show up in the inland pricing. Same way for a storage would be shown somewhere else, like the local or port pricing, depending on the requirement of the charge head. The next screen we have in the masters module is the container screen. Now containers are shown in multiple modules, even in the operations. So you can create new containers with different types and names here. So you select new container and you can create a new type of container based on their dimensions. Next screen in this module is currency. You can add multiple currencies. So for now you can see that in the index screen it displays 4 currencies here. So since this organization deals with 4 currencies, you can easily add any new currency, specifying the currency name and the currency code. To add new locations for the operation, we can get into the location screen. We can select new location here. As you can see, there are multiple locations shown in the index screen. Each location has a name, a location code, for example, the location type if it is a port, and the country the location is in. So I select new location here, and as you can see, it displays location name, the location code, the location type if it is an empty yard or a port and yard or just port, and the current country's name. So that was it for the master's module.